Hola, mis amigos. Um, I think the number one mistake that people make about practicing drawing every day is that it has to take a long time. So I wanted to make a video where I just show you a drawing I do in about 5 minutes. I think of this as a 5 minute drawing challenge. Like, how much drawing can you do in 5 minutes? Some people do 1 minute drawing challenges. I've seen people do 10-second drawing challenges and 30-second drawing challenges. But I think 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, is plenty of time to do the daily drawing challenge that we're going to be trying from home this week. So I want you to pick your favorite cup, your favorite toy. There's a list that I sent you, and draw a picture of that thing that shows me what's special about that one thing. And what I want you to see as I'm drawing is that I use very simple shapes. You know, the top of this cup is just a circle, the bottom of this cup could be a U. The trick to making these simple shapes look like drawings is that you just keep adding to those shapes. So add one shape, add another shape, and then the more details you add, the more, if you're going for realism, the more realism you're going to get. Even the most realistic drawings start as very, very simple shapes. And if you look closely at the figure here, the head is just a circle, the glasses are just circles, the hair looks like, maybe the letter L. I think of those feet as little Dorito feet, and then I'm putting little bunny ears on the shoelaces to make them look like shoelaces. The arm is an oval. Probably the most complicated shape there is the leg, which is just sort of a bent rectangle. So this cup is actually a cup that I made. If you look closely, you'll see the picture on the cup is a drawing of me holding this gigantic pencil, and I always get a kick out of drawing this pencil because if I was a character in a video game, this would be the weapon that I would want. This like giant magic pencil that I could use to draw magic spells or use it as a weapon, or I could use the eraser to like erase monsters. So if you stopped your drawing right about here for the daily drawing challenge, you would have done everything that I asked you to do. I can tell that this is a cup, and I can look at this drawing of the cup and I can tell which cup I drew. This is a very specific cup now. And that's all I'm really asking you to do for this challenge. But we still have time, and I want to keep drawing. We're about at the 2 minute and 30-second mark right now. So I have plenty of time to add more detail if I want to. I'm putting in pattern now, I'm putting in wrinkles. I'm going to put in the little talk bubble. You'll see that the actual word art on the mug is, the lettering is kind of fun, but I did a very simple art here, and you can tell still which mug it is that I'm drawing. So feel free to simplify if you want to simplify, especially if you are going to try to finish your drawing in 5 minutes. Since we have time though, I'm going to go in and I am going to add what's called spot black. This is just when you put in flat black in your drawing. This spot black is just a easy way to put some emphasis in your drawing to make your drawing pop a little bit. And shout out to one of my favorite pens. That is a Tombow pen, which is like a nice felt tip on one side and a brush on the other. But this, of course, is my favorite pen. These are Micron pens. So as you start to add detail to your drawing, just know that you can put in as much or as little as you want at this point. If you are racing the clock, you don't have to do any of this, but we have time, so I'm going to also start shading. So you can use your pencil to add value to your drawing. By putting in this light and dark, it's an easy way to make your drawing look three-dimensional. And what I'd like you to see as you're adding these values is that the shadows do have shapes. If you can look at the object and see what the shape of the shadow is, it's going to help you make that object look really three-dimensional. The shading on the object is what makes it look 3D, and then the shadow on the table, like the shadow on the ground, that's called a cast shadow, is what's going to make it look like the drawing is kind of popping off of the page. For a cup, if you look at the shape of the shadow inside the cup is a really good way to make, if you can see that shape and recreate that shape, is a good way to make it look hollow, to make it look 3D in there. And then if you have lines in your shading and you don't like them, you can just rub the pencil and it will smooth out those lines. And it's always good to start with pencil light so that you make sure that you like it. And then if you want to darken it, you can go back and darken. So we reached about the 5 minute mark here, and I'm just tidying it up. It is a 5 minute drawing challenge, and if I was being strict, I could stop right now. But you're drawing from home. It's supposed to be fun. You can take as long or as little as you like.